Have you ever seen a proud person get humbled? It's really quite satisfying. In today's passage, we see the most proud king in the world completely stripped of his power and dignity until he learned a very valuable lesson. King Nebuchadnezzar was the ruler of the Babylonian Empire, and he was the guy responsible for destroying Solomon's temple and taking the Israelites into exile. He was a brutal and proud king. And his pride was his greatest downfall. Listen to what he says in this passage. Is not this great Babylon that I have built by my own might and for my own glory? Now, just a few chapters earlier, God had warned this king in a dream that if he didn't humble himself, God would take away his royal authority. But the king didn't listen. So now this is how God judges him. While the king is proudly boasting about his accomplishments, a voice interrupts him from heaven. You said it, you great and mighty king, whose glory has reached the heavens, your majesty is made known throughout the earth. But know this, that all this is but the breath of my nostrils. And this kingdom shall be like an empire that was before you, and shall pass out of your control. Then the king was driven from humanity. No more palaces or parties for you. You will live like an outcast, far from people, houses, and even clothes. Listen to what happens next. He was made to eat grass like an ox, and his body was drenched with the dew of heaven, and his hair grew long like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird's claws. That's disgusting. Just picture the king of Babylon living in the forest like a wild beast, eating grass, sleeping outside, getting eaten alive by bugs. That's what he gets for being so proud. Now, this humiliation lasted for 7 times, which most likely means 7 years. But eventually, something amazing happened. The king lifted up his eyes to heaven again and his understanding returned. Finally, he understood who was in control. Now, listen to what he says next. Then I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted my eyes up, and I saw that the Most High rules the kingdom of men and gives it to whoever he will and sets up over it the lowliest of men. Wow. What a testimony from the former proud king. He's now acknowledging God's sovereignty. Nebuchadnezzar then publicly praised the King of Heaven and told everyone that his dominion is eternal and his kingdom will endure from generation to generation, because God is just and all his ways are right. And he warns everyone who walks in pride to remember this, you will be brought low and your proud heart will be humbled. But the good news is that God will restore your kingdom to you when you acknowledge him. So this proud king got a brand new humility. And God even gave him back his throne and his royal honor. In fact, God gave him even more greatness and power than before, because God exalts the humble but resists the proud. What a powerful testimony from the great King Nebuchadnezzar. Do you know someone who needs to hear this message? Someone who's overly proud and needs to be humbled? Well, share this video with them and remind them that God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble.